Again, we met to discuss about as a continue as a past class what we was yesterday discussed. Of course, let's start about motion. Lesson is what? Motion. At last class, we discussed well about what we discussed about clear information, I think so. Motion, types of motion, and distance, displacement, speed, velocity, everything we discussed. At the same time, we discussed quantities, which are physical quantities, which are scalar quantities, which are vector quantities, which are scalar quantities, which are vector quantities. Scalar quantities. Quantities. So what are the scalar quantities? Can you explain that? What we discussed? The physical quantity which is following only what magnitude. It is not following the direction. The physical quantity which is following only magnitude. Magnitude means what? Magnitude. Magnitude means what? A numerical value. Numerical value. So the quantity which is following only magnitude. It is not following the direction. It is not following the direction. Then you can say that physical quantity is known as scalar quantity. That physical quantity is known as scalar quantity. We can say some examples for the what scalar quantities. Time and temperature, mass, length, in that length, breadth, height, whatever you can. Okay, such a like we can discuss what are those etc. Scalar quantities means it is not following the direction. No need to measure in a particular way of the direction. We can measure just what it needs magnitude. And then what about vector quantities? Vector quantities. What I said, the physical quantity which is the physical quantity which is following both the physical quantity which is following both what? Magnitude and direction. Magnitude and direction. Magnitude and direction. So the physical quantity which is following both magnitude and direction. Then you can say that physical quantities belongs to what? Vector quantity. Examples, what you can say? Example for those: force, acceleration, okay, pressure, velocity, displacement. Some more we can discuss about this. Work, power, okay, such a like we can. Here electric current is a scalar quantity, and also we can say what is speed, distance, such as those in scalar quantities. Okay, vector quantities are denoted by as arrow mark. It's showing by arrow mark. Okay, those already we discussed. Not a problem to remember. Means already we learned those about in your lower classes also and past our class also. Then we can talk about acceleration. What you can talk about? Acceleration. Acceleration. Acceleration means what? What we discussed about velocity. What we discussed about velocity, can you remember it? What is the meaning of velocity? Velocity means what we discussed about velocity? Velocity. Velocity is the displacement covered by a body. Velocity is the displacement covered by a body in a given interval of time. Velocity means what? The displacement covered by a body in a given interval of time. So for that we can write what we can write, velocity is equal to displacement by time. See there, displacement is what a shortest distance covered by a body. Displacement what a shortest distance covered by a body. So in a particular given direction. So displacement is a vector quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity. It is showing by the symbol is what? Yes. So arrow mark and time t. Then velocity showing by the symbol v. Displacement is a vector quantity. So velocity also vector quantity. So v arrow mark. So that is we know well already. Okay. Then already we know about what? Speed. What you know? Speed. What about speed? Speed is equal to, means speed is a distance covered by a body in a given interval of time. So distance by time. So speed is showing by v, distance is showing by s, time is t. So distance is scalar quantity, so speed also scalar quantity. It is a vector quantity, it is a scalar quantity. Units are same, it is measured by meter by second. It is also measured by meter by second. Understand? Coming to here, acceleration. I'm talking about acceleration. I will give a small example to you. A small example to understand acceleration. A car moving on road with uniform speed, 30 kilometer per hour. 30 kilometer per hour. A car moving with uniform speed. Uniform speed means what? The body which is moving with uniform speed, it should cover equal distance in equal interval of time. At the same time, you can say the body, a car is moving with uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. Uniform velocity means what you can, the car is moving with uniform velocity means it should cover equal displacement in a given equal interval of time. Equal displacement covered in a given equal interval of time. So a car moving with what you can say uniform velocity. So with what 30 kilometer per hour. After traveling some distance or by covering some displacement, what happened? It increased its velocity or its speed. How much? It increased to 35 kilometer per hour in 1 second. In 1 second. After covering some displacement, it is increased to 40 kilometer per hour in next second. Continuously it is going to increase how much? So 5 kilometer per hour in second means it is increasing how like per second how much it is increasing? 5 kilometer per hour. See there, each and every given interval of time it is increasing. its velocity. Means it is changes its velocity. Actually, it is moving with 30 with uniform constant, but after within 1 second it reaches to 35. Next second it reaches to 40 kilometers per hour. Means in each second what happens? It changes its velocity. How much? 5 kilometers per hour. Means each and every second, each and every given interval of time, each and every given interval of time, the car changes its velocity. The car changes its velocity. See there, what I'm saying here, the rate of changing velocity. The rate of changing velocity. You understand what I'm talking? The rate of changing velocity. The rate of changing velocity is known as acceleration. Rate in a given interval of time, it changes what? Velocity. What you may say that acceleration. See, acceleration means what? The velocity changes in a given interval of time. The velocity changes in a given interval of time. So the rate of changing velocity in a given interval of time, the rate of changing velocity is known as acceleration. The rate of changing velocity is known as acceleration. Do you understand what is the acceleration? Okay, see that the rate of changing velocity is nothing as what? Acceleration. Understand? Then velocity. It changes what? Acceleration means what? It changes velocity. Velocity is what quantity? What quantity? Vector quantity. What quantity? Vector quantity. Understand? So velocity is a vector quantity. So it changes the velocity, which is the acceleration. Acceleration means velocity changes in a given interval of time. So acceleration is also considered as a vector quantity. Acceleration also vector quantity. Understand? Let's talk about some more acceleration. See there, acceleration is denoted by A. Acceleration is denoted by A. So what about is changing velocity? Changing velocity. Changing means changes. Changes denoted by delta. Changes denoted by delta. So which is the changes? Velocity. I said already velocity showing by symbol V, but so V we can use. So changes of what? Velocity, delta V. Delta V. So rate in a given interval of time. So T. Understand? So delta V by T is the acceleration, means rate of changing velocity. Then coming to the point. So changes of velocity, how it is changing the velocity? How it is changing the velocity? Before we discuss that, it changes velocity from 35 km per hour to 35 km per hour to 40 km per hour. In next second, 45 km per hour. Means it changes 5 km per hour in each every interval of time. Means it changes the velocity from its actual position. Means where its actual means it started position. Started position, what we can say? Initial position. What is that? Initial position. So initial velocity here. It changes from where? Initial velocity. So it changes from initial velocity to final velocity. So rate of changing velocity. Change of velocity means you have to write a final velocity. Difference of the velocity. Changes means difference of the velocity. Final velocity minus initial velocity by time. Final velocity minus initial velocity by time. So final velocity is showing by capital V, initial velocity is showing by U. So acceleration is equal to V minus U by T. Acceleration is equal to V minus U by T. Understand? So this is the acceleration equation. Acceleration equation. Okay, do you understand about acceleration? Do you have any clarification otherwise? So based on that, we will discuss one question. What we will discuss? What is the acceleration of a race car that moves at constant velocity of 300 kilometers per hour? What is? I will erase that. Okay, do you remember this? What is the acceleration of race car that moves at constant velocity, that moves with constant velocity 300 kilometers per hour. This is the question. Do you understand? What is the acceleration of race car that moves with constant velocity 300 kilometers per hour? See there, to find acceleration, what we need, what I said, definition of acceleration. Can you remember it? What is the definition of acceleration? The rate of changing velocity. The rate of changing velocity is known as what? Acceleration. So the velocity should change us from initial to final position. See, coming to that, what is the acceleration? We have to find acceleration. So for what a race car? Is it or not race car? So which is participating in race, we should continuously change its velocity. Is it or not? Otherwise they never won. Coming to that. That moves with constant velocity. That moves with a constant velocity. What is the constant velocity? 300 kilometers per hour. It moving with velocity 300 kilometers per hour, velocity given. Is it? Then time where to find acceleration. We know about acceleration is equal to changes of velocity in a given interval of time. Okay. Suppose started from 0 means we will utilize the velocity, final velocity is this. Then what is the given interval of time? How to find acceleration of the race car? I will write the answer. Whether you may say then tell me. Then I'm going to write answer to you. The acceleration of a car, of a race car is how much? 0. The acceleration of a race car is 0. Can you remember it? How it is possible? They said it is moving with a constant velocity 300 kilometers per hour. It is there, no? Then how it will be 0? Then we will talk about. The acceleration means what? The rate of changing velocity. Rate of changing velocity. If there is no change of velocity, then where there is acceleration? There is a acceleration. So there is no acceleration. It is not increasing the velocity. Then it is not changing the velocity. It is not decreasing the velocity. It is not increasing the velocity. It is not decreasing the velocity. Then how it is possible to identify the acceleration? Acceleration means what? It should be changes its velocity, whether further, whether backwards. But no more changes. It is moving with constant. So that's why what happened? Acceleration of a race car is what? 0, because of a race car moving with constant velocity. Because of the race car moving with constant velocity. Due to this, there is no change of velocity. There is no change of velocity. By that, there is no acceleration. It becomes 0. Do you have any clarity about this? Any doubt? No more? One more we'll talk. Which has the greater acceleration? Which has the greater acceleration which has the greater acceleration, an aeroplane, an aeroplane that goes from 1,000 km/h to 1,005 km/h in 10 seconds, or a skateboard that goes from 0 to 5 km/h in 1 second. This is the question. What is the question? Which has the greater acceleration? Greater acceleration. An aeroplane that goes from 1,000 km/h to 1,005 km/h in 10 seconds. A skateboard. Skateboard means what? Skating. Yeah. Skateboard that goes from 0 to 5 km/h in 1 second. They are asking what acceleration? Which body has greater acceleration? Which body has greater acceleration? For what? To the aeroplane or skateboard? Aeroplane or skateboard? Aeroplane or skateboard? Then which body has greater acceleration? Which body has greater acceleration? So to find acceleration, first we have to find acceleration for aeroplane and next for skateboard. By that comparison, which has greater acceleration, we can easily find. Is it or not? What I am giving to you, by finding acceleration of aeroplane and acceleration of skateboard. Acceleration of aeroplane, acceleration of skateboard. We have to find acceleration means what? The rate of changing velocity. The rate of changing velocity. I am giving clue to you. The rate acceleration is equal to rate of changing velocity. So acceleration is equal to what? Final velocity minus initial velocity by time. Means what we can write? V minus u by t. Final velocity, initial velocity. Initial velocity u. Initial velocity means what? The body where from it started. From what I'm saying, initial velocity denotes where from to start, where it should start from. So that is the initial velocity. Final velocity where it was reached finally reached after the initial. So by that can you find answer? So I'm planning to give to you homework. This is which body has greater. Then you have to post the answer. Which body has greater acceleration? Understand? So we have to give answer to me by post. Then note that question. Next we'll talk about equations of motion. Did you note? Yeah, coming to that, next topic we will discuss equations of uniform acceleration. Means equations of uniform accelerated body. Uniform accelerated body. Equations of uniform accelerated body. Uniform accelerated body. See there, what I'm saying to you, equations of uniform accelerated body. Uniform means what? Uniform acceleration means what? Uniform acceleration means the body which is said to be in uniform acceleration, it should change its equal velocity in a given equal interval of time. Okay, then coming to that, it should changes. So equations of uniform accelerated body, they said. Okay, let's talk about that. A body means object. A body started its journey, means it is moving by this way. It is moving from position A. From position A. See there, it started its journey from position A with uniform velocity. With uniform velocity. The body started to move with uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. With started from. Started from means it is moving with. It is moving with. It is moving with means what? It started with initial velocity. What is this initial velocity I am saying to you? U. It is what? Initial velocity. Initial velocity. After traveling some distance, yes. After traveling some distance, yes. In a given interval of time t, it reaches to the maximum velocity. Maximum velocity means the final velocity v. What is that? Final velocity. It acquires what? Final velocity v. Then what is the acceleration? What is the acceleration? Otherwise, what we say, equations of uniform accelerated body, no. Then I will say to you, what when a body is moving with initial velocity u, after traveling some, means a body travel with initial velocity u, after a given interval of time t, it covers s distance with uniform acceleration. With uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration. Then what is the final velocity? Then what is the final velocity? Then what is the final velocity? Final velocity is denoted by what? V. A body starts its journey to start with initial velocity u. After given interval of time t, it covers s distance. Yes, I am saying what about you? Distance, otherwise displacement, whatever you can write. Displacement. Okay, see there. So a body moving with initial velocity u, velocity is measured by meter per second. Okay, after given interval of time t seconds, it covers s meters distance, s meters distance with a moving uniform acceleration. Moving with the uniform acceleration. Moving with the uniform acceleration measured by meter per second square. Acceleration is measured by meter per second square. Then what is the final velocity? Then what is the final velocity? Let's find how to find the final velocity. We know well the body moving with uniform acceleration. The body moving with uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration. Then coming to that. So the body moving to uniform acceleration. So acceleration is equal to acceleration is equal to rate of changing moment. Rate of changing velocity. Rate of changing velocity means acceleration is equal to changing velocity delta v by t, means what you can say that changing velocity final velocity minus initial velocity, means changes of the velocity by time. Then see there, acceleration is equal to final velocity, which is v, and initial velocity what it is moving with u. Okay, and time is t seconds. Time is t seconds. Then coming to that, what you can write from that, we need to find final velocity. This is we need to find final velocity. So transfer the t from denominator portion to the this side. So by transferring that t to this side, what happened? So t will become as in multiplication with a by coming from division position. So a into t means acceleration into time is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity. Final velocity minus initial velocity. So from that we need to find what final velocity. So that's why transfer initial velocity to this side. So it is in subtract position. So when it comes this position, what happens? It will be become as in addition. So that's why a p. So they both are in multiplication plus u is equal to v. So from this, what happened? We got v is equal to u plus at. U plus at. So final velocity is equal to the initial velocity plus acceleration into time. See there, this is one of the equation for uniform accelerated body to find the final velocity. When a body is moving with the initial velocity in a given interval of time, moving with uniform acceleration a, then what is the final velocity? What is the upward velocity after traveling time t? Okay, with the moving uniform acceleration. So this is the final velocity to find by giving by this situation. V is equal to u plus at. Final velocity is equal to u plus means initial velocity plus acceleration into time, given time. Okay, this is one of the equations based on our topic. You have to remember. So look clearly what you finished. We are finding from this final velocity. Understand? Then I'm going to talk another topic. You must remember how you derived this, how we derived that equation. Very important those equations in our future also. Okay, that's why I'm repeating slowly from today's onwards. Okay, then see there, I have to inform to you, acceleration is what? Rate of changing velocity time. Acceleration is what? Rate of changing velocity. So, the acceleration is equal to velocity is measured by what? Velocity is measured by what? Meter by second. Time is measured by second. So velocity is measured by meter per second by time is measured by second. Acceleration is equal to meter by second. It have in by 1 means second by 1. By making reciprocal, so by that we can write meter by second square. So acceleration is equal to meter second power minus 2. Second power minus 2. So dimensional formula. Dimensional formula. Dimensional formula is what? So dimensional formula is, so we have dimensional formula what? Length, mass, time. So by that, what you can, this is meter. Meter is the unit to measure length. So that's why, so length, 1 is there. And second is the standard unit for time. So that's why t power minus 2. Finally, we can write L t power minus 2. That is the dimensional formula. Understand? Yeah. Coming to that, we will go to solve, means to derive another equation. To derive another equation. We start to derive another equation. See once. Already we know about v is equal to u plus at. This all derived one equation. It came from where acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity in a given interval of time t. Is it? Then coming to the back, we have to derive second equation by, you know well already what average velocity. Average velocity. Average velocity means what? What we discussed in the average velocity. Huh? What we discussed today? Tell me. Average velocity is equal to displacement by time. Generally, average velocity is equal to displacement by time. Is it? So average velocity is equal, generally velocity is equal to displacement by time. Okay, same as generally average velocity. Average means mean, total. Is it? So we have two type of velocities. One is initial velocity, one is final velocity. Now I am going by this average velocity. Understand? Average velocity means I am going by mean, total. So I am going by mean, total of the two velocities. So we have two velocities. One is final velocity and one is initial velocity by 2. So sum of whole observations by number of observations. You have two velocities by number of velocities. So average velocity. So average velocity is what already we know, s by t. S by t. In the place of velocity, we can write velocity s by t is equal to what we can write v plus u by 2. Okay. Then coming to that, by transferring to this side, what we can mutually transferring those means cross multiplication. Cross multiplication. Okay. Then 2s is equal to v plus u into t. Understand? Then coming to that, 2s is equal to, so already we know about v, final velocity, u plus at, and into, sorry, in the place of v only we are writing v is equal u plus at plus u already there, u into t. This is for v, final velocity. Understand? 2s is equal to u plus u, 2u plus at into t. Right? Sometimes, yes, 2 is that side only. 2 is that side only. Then by that what we can, s is equal to 2u plus at by 2 into t. Okay, then see there, is it possible to recognize? See, I'm going to write here. What I'm going to write here, so s is equal to, I'm giving 2 as a common denominator to both. 2u by 2 plus, understand, at by 2 into t, already there. 2 ones are, s is equal to u plus at by 2 into t. Okay, s is equal to u, we are going to multiply with t to the both, ut plus at square by 2. Okay, so s is equal to ut plus, we can write 1 by 2 at square. This is the second equation to find the distance or displacement covered by a body. Distance or displacement covered body. The body which is moving with the uniform initial velocity with uniform acceleration given interval of time, to find the distance covered by a body. Distance covered by a body. Before we found what final velocity covered by a body means when a body moving with initial velocity, when a body moving with the initial velocity, after traveling some interval of time t, it moves with what uniform acceleration. Then what is the final? What is final velocity? Now we are finding the distance covered by a body which is moving with initial velocity with uniform acceleration after given interval of time t. Okay, distance or displacement covered by a body in a given interval of time t with uniform acceleration. The body moving with a uniform acceleration. Okay, this is the second equation. This is the first one and this is the second one. You understand? Okay, then one more we can talk. Okay, do you understand this? Okay, first equation and this is second equation. No more any doubt? I'm going to erase the board. Yeah, first we'll talk about third equation. What about? We'll talk about third equation. What about third equation? First equation is V is equal to U plus AT. Second equation is S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Those we solved. Then we are going to third equation. We know already from first equation. From first equation. What is that? V is equal to U plus AT. V is equal to U plus AT. Is it? Then from V is equal to U plus AT, already we know what acceleration is equal to V minus U by T. V minus U by T. See there, acceleration is equal to V minus U by T. Then T is equal to V minus U by A. V minus U by A. See, observe those. Final velocity those is equal to then what you can, by substituting t value in that v is equal to u plus at, by substituting v is equal to u plus at, what you may get? Huh? Can you substitute? Otherwise, one more simple term I will explain to you. Maybe you may confuse in that. See there, when a body moving with the initial velocity u from position A, the body moving with initial velocity u from position A, after traveling some interval of time t, so it travels s distance, s meter distance, u is measured by those, and what we have to find, what is the final velocity? What is the final velocity when it is moving with the uniform acceleration? Uniform acceleration means it is moving with the uniform acceleration. Then what is the final velocity? We can solve based on before only how we can solve those. See there, we know well already average velocity. Average velocity is equal to what we know? Average velocity is equal to, before we written, mean of the two velocities means total. Sum of whole velocities by number of velocities. Sum of whole velocities by number of velocities. And we already written that velocity is equal to displacement by time. So then write in the place of displacement by time is equal to v plus u by 2. Okay, this equation already we observed in the last equation to solve the second equation. Coming to that, s is equal to t in denominator portion. Now I am going to transfer the side v plus u by 2 into t by transferring that side. We know well now what acceleration is equal to v minus u by t. T is equal to, we can write v minus u by a. V minus u by a. Now we are going to substitute t value in the place of t here. So s is equal to v plus u by 2 into t value is what? V minus u by a. You understand? We know already what average velocity v plus u by 2 because of mean total velocity. Means sum of all observations by number of observations as the average mean method. So we know velocity displacement by time. So I transfer t that side. So become displacement s is equal to v plus u by 2 into t. Then s is equal to v plus u by 2 into, in the place of t already we know from acceleration. A is equal to v minus u by t and t transfer that side and t is equal to v minus u by a. Understand? Then I'm going to substitute in the place of t value v minus u by a. Now I'm saying to you s is equal to v product of numerators and product of denominators. So v plus u into v minus u by 2 into a. 2 into a. Product of numerators and the product of denominators. Then coming to that, what I'm writing here, s is equal to, see there, product of numerators, a plus b into a minus b, v plus u into v minus u. So we know well, a plus b into a minus b is what? A square minus, is that only? A square minus b square only. Same as we can write v square minus u square by 2a. By transfer 2a this side, 2a s is equal to v square minus u square. You can write that v square minus u square is equal to 2a s. Otherwise, v square is equal to u square plus 2a s. V square is equal to u square plus 2a s. That is another final velocity to find. Suppose if the body starts from rest, if the body starts from rest, rest means what? The body which does not change its position with respect to the surroundings in a given interval of time. The body moving with the rest means it is starts from 0 meter per second. Initial velocity is 0. From that our third equation, v square minus u square is equal to 2a s. V square minus 0 square is equal to 2as. So V square is equal to what we can write 2as. V is equal to what we can write root of 2as. Understand? So by that we can find velocity with the uniform acceleration and distance. Or understand those three equations. We have 4 equations of uniform accelerated body. We have 4 equations. One is we solved already. V is equal to u plus at. And second one, s is equal to ut plus half at square. And third, finally we solved v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Okay. Then we have to practice those 3 equation derivations. Understand? And 4th equation we will solve in next class. Are you okay? These 3, and I given one task to you to solve which body has greater acceleration. So we must remember those what we finished. and you have to practice the derivations. How to? So very important to remember those. And in next class, coming class, we'll discuss about what fourth equation of uniform accelerated body. Understand? Okay, see you later in the next class. We should meet after.